conference is an exclusive presentation of Top Rank on ESPN+. A new era continues to shine in Norfolk, Virginia, between two battle-tested lightweights for the WBO belt.
You guys ready for it? Winner take all. Let's do this.
Just look at the electricity that's in this building right now.
Town hero and new champion Keyshawn Davis makes his first title defense. While Edwin de Los Santos seeks to spoil the night and take the title for himself.
I'm not going to take any chances because he's dang strong.
This is Top Rank on ESPN+.
We are back in the 757, this time for a world title fight featuring the champion, Keyshawn Davis, versus the challenger, Edwin de Los Santos. Fight Week is brought to you by Miller Lite. Cheers to another round of Miller time. And by DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. And presented by the refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted. And there's a look at the Scope Arena, one of the 7 venues here in the 7 cities of Norfolk, Virginia, getting ready to host its first world title fight in over 30 years. Some of the merch on sale outside here at the Fight Week Hotel in Norfolk, Virginia. It's a pleasure to be back here with you all as the fans, family, and media are still filing in for our press conference. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm your host, Christina Poncher. Welcome inside. Thank you so much for watching on ESPN Plus and all of our Top Rank social platforms. We are joined by some of the fighters on our undercard today, as well as some of the principals here from Norfolk, Virginia and Top Rank Boxing. And of course, on stage are lovely Top Rank knockouts. I'd like to welcome Pamela and Ali to the stage. Both of the knockouts are on Instagram. Make sure you follow our Top Rank Knockouts for a unique look behind the scenes at all things Fight Week. And speaking of Fight Week, let's get to our fight card for Saturday night. We have 9 total fights on deck for you, getting started at 5:10 p.m. Eastern Time, 2:10 p.m. Pacific on ESPN+. And then join us for the co-main and main event on ESPN at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. A limited number of tickets are still available at Ticketmaster.com. Doors open at 4:30 p.m., so get your tickets and join us live. And then we'll be right back here tomorrow for the weigh-in show. Watch that live on ESPN Plus and all Top Rank social channels at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. The weigh-ins are open to the public, so if you're in the 757, come and join us live. Check out Top Rank's Instagram for all the details on the weigh-in. And now that all the formalities are out of the way, we welcome you back onto the stage to introduce some of the fighters and people on the stage joining us. Before we talk to them individually, I'd like to welcome Keon Davis, Troy Isley, and Kelvin Davis. And then to my left, Mayor Kenneth Alexander, Top Rank President of Vice President of Operations, Carl Moretti, and Nair Albright. And we'll talk to them in just a minute. But before we talk to you, Mayor Alexander, there is another familiar face in the building that we would like to acknowledge, a special guest here to show his support for his city as well as for the Davis brothers. I'd like to acknowledge Norfolk State head football coach, Michael Vick. Michael, thank you so much for being here with us, for showing your support for the DB3 brothers up here, and for all you do for the city. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. All right, well, another familiar face, the mayor of Norfolk, Virginia. I just telling you before we got on camera, I feel like I see you now more than my family, the way we be here. But that's the way you like it, right?
Like
all of us back here.
That's the plan. That's the plan, is to have more fights here in Norfolk, Virginia. We are very appreciative to Top Rank and to all of our fighters and to the boxing world. Thank you for coming back to Norfolk, Virginia. It's been 30 years since we had a title fight here in the city of Norfolk. We're so excited. to be here with DB3.
What does it mean to the city of Norfolk to have your very own world champion back after 30 years and choosing to defend his title on home soil?
It speaks volumes of Keyshawn and his brothers. They want to display their talent right here at home. They are homegrown. They are professional. They are full of character, full of grit, full of vision, determination, and they are winners.
The Davis brothers, we've talked about this before, they're more than just athletes. They're representatives for their community, they're ambassadors. How has the city of Norfolk and the fans really celebrated the boys on their journey and on their success?
Well, we are in regular conversations with them. They have my direct number. We talk all the time. And they want to do what's right, not only for their careers, but they want to do what's best for the city and for the students who are also athletes who are following them, and to also achieve greatness. So we're very supportive. We are aligned with their vision and their mission.
Yeah, it seems like it. I mean, you guys have such a great rapport. It seems like even when they're not promoting a fight, you guys still stay in contact. What can we do? How can we help? And that synergy means everything, I'm sure, not only to them, but to the fans and the community here in Norfolk. On behalf of the city, is there a message to Keyshawn, to Keon, to Kelvin, and to the fans that are going to pack Scope Arena on Saturday night that maybe you'd like to deliver?
Well, look, this is Norfolk. We are consistent. We're focused. We are mission-driven. And so they have prepared for the fight in the ring, but more importantly, these guys are prepared to be world-class citizens, global citizens, anywhere they go, because they are Norfolk made.
I heard that. And the fans in the building, when we were here in November, I mean, that atmosphere was special. I'm sure you expect the same thing. You were there that night. You were there in his last fight when he won the world title. I'm sure it's going to be fireworks once again inside the Scope Arena.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Norfolk is going to be on fire.
That was so fun. And Carl, I'm ready. I'll bring you in now to kind of speak to that as well. You've been with various fighters throughout your entire career in their hometown. How did that first fight night when we were here in November in Norfolk compare to some of the other hometown crowds you've been a part of?
It ranks right up there with the top. Obviously, when we were here with Purnell, you know, it was like deja vu all over again, the way the city supported Purnell and now the way they support DB3. But, you know, to fight, which was a hectic week, an overweight Gustavo Lamos, who came to fight and came just to try and knock him out, and what happened.
Right.
Place is still buzzing. And to return as a world champion, it makes it that much more exciting. I can't wait till Saturday.
Now, I would have to imagine that when you signed DB3 to Top Rank and Keyshawn, the goal is to win a world title, no doubt about it. But was bringing the world title fight or world title defense always the plan to bring it back here to Norfolk, Virginia?
You know, amongst ourselves it was. You know, we didn't say that publicly.
Right.
It's obviously a process to get to that part. But as the mayor alluded to, you know, Keyshawn's on a rocket that just keeps going 200 miles an hour straight to the stars. And I don't know how many times Keyshawn's going to be able to fight in Norfolk, but Keon and Kelvin are in fights this weekend so that they can headline shows in Norfolk, Virginia one day, and we're on that road to get there. Now, Keon's part of a development that you'll see him get better each time, and he's just starting out. Kelvin, I'm telling you right now, is going to be in the fight of the night, despite what Keyshawn says, because he's in with Nahir Albright over here.
Yeah.
You know, and we'll get to that. So that's really the fight that we're looking forward to.
And you led me right to my next question, just the quality of a fight card in general. I know it's a lot DB3 focused because we're here in Norfolk. We got Troy Isley on the card. We have Tiger Johnson on the card. I mean, there is talent from top to bottom. Get there early. I mean, you pay the same price for one fight versus 9 fights, and they're all great fights. You might as well get there early and get your money's worth.
From the start to the finish,
Yeah.
there's talent that you're going to see in Norfolk. There's talent that you're going to see around the country. Derek Davis, the Shark from D.C., came down, is bringing his people. Like we said, Tiger Johnson, Troy, coming up the middleweight ranks. You know, it's just not just the 2 featured fights on top.
Right.
It's all these guys that, you know, the Norfolk crowd and everybody that sees them on TV gets to see it. It's just a building process that we know what it's all about.
That's right, that's right. All right, we're gonna get to the questions with the fighters, but before we do, I'd like to bring somebody out that is gonna kind of be like a guest interviewer, if you will. He's prepared some questions for you guys. He's a little bit camera shy, so please give him some grace. I'd like to bring out our guest interviewer. Come on out. You guys might recognize him. Keyshawn, come on. Come on out here. You guys know this guy, the businessman, Keyshawn Davis? What's up, Key?
What's up with it? What's up?
So I know before you've joined us in the fighter meetings and you've had some questions prepared for the fight. You remember that in New York City, right?
Yeah, yes,
so
I do.
we thought before we got to your questions, you're not shy on the mic. You have some questions prepared, but no note cards. You got it off the dome?
No, I don't.
You got it in your phone. Okay, get yourself ready. I'll start and then you can follow, okay? All right, I'm gonna start with your baby brother, Keon. Can you see me down there? How you doing, Keon?
I'm doing great. How you?
I'm doing great. Great to see you again. You know, each and every time you fight, you've kind of stepped a little bit more into the spotlight. I feel like you kind of used to be the hidden weapon of DB3, but that's no longer, right? You back here on a big card with your brothers. How does it feel to see and to feel your star continuing to rise the way that it has, you know, these last 6 months or so?
With me, I'm just taking it slow, you know, taking it all in one day at a time, you know, step by step. Not trying to rush the process, you know, I'm just taking it all in.
Would you like to go? Do you have a question for Keon Davis?
Yo, all right, for sure. All right, this you gotta go way back for this one. So, when we used to go to school together in West Potomac High School, and we was always together every single day, skipping school and stuff like that. Sorry, Marvy. How did it feel when I left you alone and you had to go to school and just go through them years alone in the house, just by yourself?
I mean, it was very hard, you know, knowing that I was around. I was the youngest out of all my siblings, so just me being on my own, you know, just figuring stuff on my own. It was definitely hard, a little lonely and stuff, but you know, I always stayed positive, and I just got through it, you know.
Do you have a follow-up question for Keon?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
I got two for both, just to let you know. So,
Of course you're prepared.
past that, when you had your shoulder surgery and you missed out of the 2020 Olympic trials and you wasn't able to go, how did that make you feel? But also, how did you bounce back from that?
Man, I was hurt, man, for real, because, you know, I felt like I was supposed to be fighting there along with my two brothers, but with me not being there, it definitely hurt for real, but, you know, I bounced back. I feel like I'm better than ever for real now, like, but during the process of me bouncing back, I fell out of boxing for like a year and a half, got a few jobs, just trying to, you know, figure myself out, but I realized, like, nah, I got real talent in boxing, and, you know, and I just couldn't let that go down the drain, you know what I'm saying? So I got back in the gym, got back with my brothers, and I'm here now.
Here we are on ESPN Plus. Carl, you have something
Yes,
for
sir.
Keon?
All right. Keon, stand up for a second. Just, okay. All right. He makes 150 pounds. Now, Mike, you need the X to run the 9 route or a tight end. That's your guy right there. I'm telling you. Just
got hands.
NIL deal, he'll do it. He can do both, trust me.
Keon, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Over to your left in Troy Isley. I've said this before, if there was a fourth member of DB3, it would be you. The guys all stood on that, like when I said that at the first press conference. This is a fight close to home for you as well.
For sure.
What does it mean to you to be right here?
It means everything. You know, Keyshawn and DB3 has done nothing but, you know, treat me like family. And, you know, I just can't wait to Saturday night. We're going to put on another hell of a performance, and it's going to be better than it was the first time.
Do you have one for Troy?
Off the top.
Off the top? Okay.
So Troy, when we was on the Olympic team and we was going through those years together in the OTC, how did we grow closer together? Like, what was the vibes like? Like, how was it being out there alone together in the OTC?
I mean, honestly, it was, I looked at it as sort of like, I ain't going to say look at it as college, but I don't know. I mean, I kind of looked at it as like we going to college, you know, we meeting other athletes, you know what I'm saying? We just not kind of like going to class, so to say, but for the most part, bro, I liked it. I like, you know, going new places, you know what I'm saying? Going to them countries, experiencing, you know, seeing what they life like and all that. Them was like the best 4 years of my life. So, you know what I'm saying? And, going out there with you, with Tiger, you know what I'm saying? We all, it was fun.
And then you all end up signing with Top Rank, and you get to continue that fraternity,
For sure,
together
for sure,
into the
for
pros. So that sounds like graduate school now, if you will. And I know you want to graduate to the next level in boxing.
For sure.
Is this the year that we see that? I know you're more than ready.
For sure. I'm locked in. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to show out, and I'm ready to show the middleweight division that I'm the king.
Why?
I mean, I feel like everybody, they sleep on me, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't really worried about it, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do too much talking. I'm gonna just let my work do it. Let my work speak for itself.
That's right, Troy.
All right, make sure you tune in on ESPN Plus to check out Troy. I'm happy to see you back, Troy. All right, over to the left side of the stage now in Nair Albright. Nice to see you again as well. I know you brought the Albright contingent here, whether it be from Philly or not. You're back on a big fight card once again.
Yeah.
We've been seeing you more recently. Hey, I love it. I love it. This is what it's about.
It's gonna get woo.
This is what it's about.
Sleep. I can't even hear y'all.
I know.
I can't even hear y'all.
How does it feel for you? All right, we want to be able to hear him speak too. What does it mean for you to be back here on a big stage?
You said what do I feel like?
What does it mean to you? Yeah.
Oh,
to
it
be back
means a
on-
lot. You feel me? I'm grateful. First and foremost, I want to thank God for me being here. After the Keyshawn Davis fight, it was disappointing. I went back home to Philly. I had to go back to work. I'm a single dad, and I had to, provide for my daughter, and it was hard, seeing that. But I'm here, and I got through it. I stayed strong through it all. I stayed training, and I just stayed positive through it all. A lot of fighters would not fight me, and as soon as I got an opportunity, I jumped on it, and that's what it is. I'm here.
Yeah, you stayed busy, even though your box rec doesn't reflect how busy you've been. You've been doing the Team Combat League. You've been getting the rounds in. You've been fighting there since you've been back here. And then you get a call to fight another Davis brother, not named Keyshawn.
Yeah.
What was that moment like for you?
I was laughing.
And move up and weight, too.
Yeah, to be honest, I was laughing at it because I remember when I was fighting Keyshawn, I was at the press conference, and Kelvin was like, say it with your chest. So it's funny, it's like a full circle moment. Now I get a chance to fight him because he was talking crazy. So it's like, all right, God put him in front of me, and yeah, we're going to see what's up Saturday night.
Carl Moretti said that your fight could steal the show. He said your fight could be fight of the night.
Oh.
Do you double down on that?
I mean...
Or do you not want it to be the fight of the night? You would like it to be easier than what you...
I don't know. I just know I'm coming to fight. I'm coming to do my thing. I got my, I'm fighting for my daughter, and that's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different motivation. So whatever I gotta do to get there, if I gotta come to Virginia, to his backyard, if I gotta go anywhere, like, I'm just trying to be successful. So it is what it is.
Well, we're looking forward to it very much.
Yeah.
Hey, look, before the questions, he say, wouldn't nobody fight him, so what that say about me? Another thing, he said something about the press conference with me saying, say it with your chest. You also said I was supposed to fight your little brother.
Yeah.
But now I'm fighting you.
All right. What's your point?
So what that say?
What's your point?
Another thing.
What's your point?
Another thing,
What's
you
the
fighting
point in
for
that?
your daughter, my daughter right here in this building, I'm going to show out.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Hey, Father's Day is around the corner. That's appropriate. We appreciate that. Put the daughters on the undercard. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, my baby can't box. My baby
no
can't
fighting
box.
of the daughters. No fighting of the daughters. Did you prepare a question for your older brother? I know. I mean, yeah.
Nah, we could tell everybody waiting for this fight. I'm gonna show out and I'm gonna show up and show out.
Do you feel any pressure to maybe this time get a knockout against Nair? Him and your brother went the distance. Do you feel like, okay, he started it, I'll finish it?
I love pressure. Pressure bring the best out of me. So if he act up, he going to sleep.
You all like act up. I'm in Virginia.
Nice. His name Woo, he going down in 2.
I'm here.
He too little.
I'm here, bro. I'm here, bro.
To sing?
Yeah, he should have took his other career as singing, man. Yeah, y'all gonna be waking him up. Y'all gonna be waking him up.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
Too little.
Okay.
Have you, you do training camp alongside your brother. Obviously, it's kind of like a cheat code, if you will, the way that you push each other. But did you watch
Keyshawn
tape
said the
together?
same thing, bro.
From his fight, has he given you, specific advice from when he fought him? Now it's your turn? Or do you not look into it that much?
Yeah, I can't look into it that much because it's a whole different fight for him. It's a Keyshawn right-handed, I'm left-handed. Keyshawn like a little smaller, I'm way taller. So I can't really piggyback off the guys he had already fought because none of them guys are me. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, come Saturday night, they're gonna be waking them up.
Keyshawn can't give him too much advice though. What did Keyshawn do? Keyshawn barely did anything. It was a good competitive fight.
Keyshawn won every round.
It was a good competitive fight.
Hey, you was doing an interview about, you was happy
fight.
about going the distance.
Happy?
You was happy about going the distance. You're not even mad that you lost.
You said I was happy. The only reason I went to distance with him is because I'm on this level.
You got no pop.
What was he doing
You
to
got
everybody
no
else?
crack.
What was he doing to everybody else?
You got no
What
crack.
did he do to everybody else?
You think I'll be waking
I
you
went
up.
10 rounds because I'm on this level. What you mean?
Look, you still happy you went 10 rounds. You lost.
Okay.
You lost.
Every round.
Okay.
Like, you talking about mentality. Who happy that they lose? Like, come on, man, tighten up.
Who said I'm happy?
Yeah, let's see if you survive 10 rounds. Let's see if you survive 10 of these rounds.
Okay.
Kelvin, I don't know, we've done these press conferences a few times before. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. His name Wu, he going down in 2.
Why didn't you put me down in 2? Like, what is you talking about? Like, what?
Well, nobody listening to you.
I was just saying, we've done this press conference a couple times, different press conferences. I've never seen you as kind of fired up. Like, I feel the tension up here. Is it because you know where you're at right now and what you're gonna, what you're gonna do and where you want to go this year in boxing to that contender status? Or is it something personal with him?
Nah, it's nothing personal. He's just a man in the way that I got to get out the way. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't nothing personal. I'm trying to show this whole 140 division what it is. So I'm coming for the belts. They love the quiet night. Nah, it ain't that no more. We turned up this time.
All right. Before we you want to ask him a question? Okay. Go ahead.
All right, can y'all hold it down real quick? I got a good little question.
He's worked hard on preparing his questions, y'all. Bernard, I know that's you, Bernard.
All right, here we go. Kels,
Keyshawn's speaking now.
when you moved out that house
Thank you.
at 18 years old, how did that create you into the man you are today?
Oh, now it's going to get serious. Go ahead. No, it's good.
When I moved out the house at 18, it was real tough, man. I've been on my own since I was 18. It just molded me into the person I am today. It grew me as a man. I had to learn real life stuff. I had jobs. I won't boxing. I was supporting my brothers on the outside, but I don't got no regrets, man, because at the end of the day, it taught me a lot. It was like life lessons. So, like I said, it built me who I am today, and it's like all the negativity that get thrown at me, I overcome it, and I just use it as fuel to my fire, and I do my thing.
I got one more.
One more? One more? Okay, go ahead.
Kels, when you left boxing, tell her the reason or the reasons why you came back to boxing.
When I left boxing, I don't know. It was a lot going on. Like our coach that we had started off with, she had changed gyms and stuff like that. And then I was in my senior year in high school. I wanted to play basketball, and I was getting into a lot of other stuff, I would say. But what got me back into boxing was like I said, I was doing jobs and stuff, and they kept saying like, oh, you need this much experience to get this amount of money, and you need this much experience to get this amount of money. I'm like, man, I know what I do got experience in. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of elevated me to get back in boxing. Then I'm seeing Keyshawn, he going into the Olympic team and stuff like that. Keon doing this thing. It's like, dang, both of my brothers doing their thing. I know I can get a piece of that pie. So I came back in 2018. won the nationals within like 6 months. I went to the Olympic trials in 2019. I fell short in the semifinals, and then I turned pro in 2020, but COVID hit, so really 2021. So it was just a journey for me, but I was learning on the job, and now I'm here today fighting for a silver title.
And here we are. All right, give it up for our guest interviewer, Keyshawn Davis. Good job. I appreciate the preparation. We'll keep you up here because now you get to be on the other side of the questions. Thank you all for joining me up here today. Thank you, Mayor Alexander. Appreciate you, Carl Moretti. We're going to face off the fighters first. Let's go with the, Kenny's going to guide you guys up here. Let's get the full fight card with Mayor Alexander and Carl, and then we'll be back with the co-main and main event portion of the press conference. Yeah, you can stay right there. All right, let's take a look back at last November and a very special night when DB3 took over Norfolk and lit up the Scope Arena. All right, so that was a little bit of what the experience was like in November when we were here last, and I have no doubt Saturday night is going to supersede that in every way as we welcome you back into our press conference for the co-main and main event portion. Thank you all so much for joining me on the stage. We're gonna get started with Jeremiah Nakatila. He is fighting Abdullah Mason in our co-main event on ESPN on Saturday night. And Jeremiah, nice to see you again. How does it feel to be back on the big stage once again after your last few fights in your home country of Namibia?
Yeah, no, thank you. First and foremost, I would like to thank God for being here, strong and healthy. And I want to thank Mr. Toprang, Mr. Bomb as well, for having me back. I love it here, and I'm looking forward to Saturday.
Were you waiting for a phone call like this to get an opportunity to come back to the United States and show what you can do once again on the world level?
For sure, yeah, I've been talking with my promoter to make sure if there's an opportunity for me to come back to the state, you should grab it. And then I've been in the gym that whole time.
And you get the call not only to come back, but to fight one of the hottest, I guess he's a contender now. I was going to say prospect.
Yeah.
I guess I got to change that language now for Abdullah Mason. What are your thoughts on Abdullah? What do you think about him as a fighter?
Yeah, no, I understand. He's one of the best prospects, and I'm grateful to face one of the best prospects.
What would a win against Abdullah Mason do for you in your career at this point? Stepping up on the big stage, you fought an undefeated guys before, but now you get an opportunity. If you get the win on Saturday night, what would that mean for you and your whole team?
Yeah, no, you know, me fighting at this level, there's nothing new. There's nothing new under the sun. You know, I've been fighting top guys, and there's no difference. There's nothing special facing Mason. I'm just looking forward to Saturday, so we're gonna meet.
What can the fans watching all over the world, because you will be broadcasted internationally as well, expect from you on Saturday night in your performance?
Yeah, no, boxing fans around the world, you know, expect fireworks from my side. Jeremiah Luki Nakathira all the way from Namibia is coming to lighten up the ring.
From Namibia to Norfolk. It's quite a journey. We're happy to have you here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to your entire team for making the trip.
Sure.
All right. Hi, Abdullah. How are you?
I'm good. Can't wait.
I know you can't. You're back here in Norfolk. Did anything exciting happen last time you fought here? I can't remember.
Yeah, I came and I showed out. You know, Norfolk loved it. It was a crazy performance. You know, it went crazy for the boxing community. You know, the whole fight was, you know, circulating around, you know, for the next few weeks or so. So, you know, I'm coming out here to do the same thing.
You know, another step up in competition, that's always the goal, right? A better opponent each and every time. And Jeremiah has fought the likes of Shakur and Morataya and Mercado, et cetera. I mean, that's some big names on his resume. What are your thoughts on him as an opponent right now at this point in your career?
Jeremiah, he's a great fighter. You know, he let his hands go. You know, he got 21 knockouts out of 26 wins. So, you know, he's coming to punch. You know, he let his hands go. He throw his right hand a lot. You know, he shoots strong. You know, he got a lot of power on his punches. So, you know, my thing is just do the same thing, stay focused, you know, stay tight, you know, and get him out of there just like the rest.
This is already the third fight for you in 2025. And with this pace, you know, is this the year that you kind of cement that contender status at the very least, or maybe even challenge for a world title?
Absolutely. You know, everything is happening at its proper time. You know, so I'm just working my way up. You know, I'm getting honest. You know, I worked my way up to number 2. You know, we got somebody else ahead of me. You know, I'm right there, right there.
Is this man that's licking his chops while he stares at you one of those guys?
Absolutely.
So what you want to do?
I'm working my way up. I'm right here.
So after you beat him, what you want to do?
We could do whatever. You know, I'm pretty sure my team could put anything together.
Are you going to put it together, sir? You the man in there.
I don't want to talk to you right now.
I bet you don't.
But I let my hands do the talking, so
let's do it next. Let's do it next.
Okay, I'm pretty sure my team accommodates that.
No. Me and you, let's make it happen right now in front of everybody. After I knock De Los Santos out, after you knock this opponent out, me and you, let's fight next. Let's do it.
That's what I'm here for.
You here to fight me next?
He said that's what I came for.
That's a bet.
Okay, so maybe not the. Carl, are you still Carl?
Hey, Bob Arrow. Bob,
Carl,
you ready? Bob, you ready? Bob Arrow, the man with the player right there. The man with the player is right there. Bob Smiley, he like it.
Can somebody get him
You
a
gonna
mic?
get him hurt, Bob. You gonna get him hurt.
We're matchmaking up here, so add that to my credentials, okay?
Hey, Pops, where you at, Pops? You walking him into something crazy now.
I thought he was maybe going to go the WBC route, and it would be for a unification.
You walking into something crazy, Pops. You know it. He usually talk. You quiet
y'all
now.
both have business to take care of first on Saturday.
Easy work.
Before you guys take care of each other. Anything else that you'd like to say, Abdullah?
I'm coming to do my thing and steal the show, like I always be doing.
You typically do. I would agree with that.
That was a little shot.
I mean...
That was a little shot.
He did have a hell of a fight last time he was here.
Against
too,
opponents.
so.
I'm far from that.
Yeah, that's true. You have a belt for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. All right, well, we're going to get to now the man who would like to try to take that belt from you on Saturday night. Before I get to the questions that I already had prepared, what do you think about them already talking about a fight, but he still has to fight you come Saturday night?
Knock him out. Promise.
Yo siempre digo que el 90% de lo que se planea no se da.
I always say that 90% of things that are planned doesn't come about.
Okay.
Did you hear what he said?
No, I did not.
You probably don't care to hear what he said, but he said 90% of the things that are planned don't come to fruition. Gabe Rivas, thank you so much for being here to translate. We're glad to see you here, Edwin. It's been quite some time since you've been in the boxing ring, actually since you fought Shakur Stevenson. Would you like to tell the boxing fans what has been keeping you out of the ring for a longer layoff than you had planned?
Bueno, yo tuve un problema de salud, tuve un coágulo de sangre en una pierna que desgraciadamente tuve que permanecer fuera del ring por un largo tiempo, pero ya estamos de vuelta y a dar 100%.
Well, I had a health problem. I had a blood clot in my leg, and unfortunately, because of that, I had to be outside of the ring for a long time, but now we're back and at 100%.
There's a picture of you in the hospital. We are so glad that you were able to get through that and be back here to fight once again. And for you, coming through that, then getting into a full training camp, no easy touch. Right back to a world-class level. Why will things, why was that so easy for you to say, okay, I'm going to step up and take a big fight when your first fight back from that?
En la vida nada es fácil y lo fácil se va rápido. Estamos por lo difícil porque con lo difícil se llega a lo grande.
In life, nothing is easy, and what is easy comes about quick. And this is what we're here about and what we're trying to do.
Why will things be different for you this time at a world-class level?
It's different now we're here.
El resultado será diferente porque yo vencí la muerte y si yo vencí la muerte no hay nada más grande que eso.
The result will be different because I defeated death, and after defeating death, there's nothing bigger than that.
What he said?
He said, after defeating death, there's nothing bigger than that. So that's why the result this time will be different than previous times he's stepped up to world-class level and has not been able to overcome.
Okay.
You're not listening. You ask questions so good, but you're not listening.
I'm everywhere right now. I'm not going to lie to you. But here.
It's all right. Let me ask you, Edwin, before I let you go, considering all that you've been through, your health scare, your family, to your fans, what would it mean for them to hear and the new Saturday night?
Why would you ask him that? Hyping him up.
Bueno, es algo que se va a escuchar, no es que cómo se escucharía, se va a escuchar en The New y para mí va a ser algo muy grande, para mí, mi República Dominicana y todos los latinos.
It's something that will be heard, and what will be heard is "and the new," and it's going to be something big that's going to be big for me and for my country, the Dominican Republic.
Buena suerte, muchas gracias.
This is fun.
Now it's your turn, Keyshawn. That's what you wanted him to say?
Yeah, for sure. I want him to say that he gonna come in there and win and try to take my strap. I ain't pick him for him to not to say stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I picked him because I know he's gonna come and create a great fight for the fans that's coming out, and it's gonna be a great fight. But he's not gonna hear it in the new.
What makes you say that he's going to bring a great fight? People maybe that watch Shakur Stevenson fight might not agree with you.
Well, you got to think about it. He can't put on two of those performances and expect the third one to get a big shot at something. So he's coming to fight and put on a performance because his last one was trash.
For you, coming back this time around for a fight week, this time with some hardware on your lap, has it felt any different for you coming back as a world champion now, or is it kind of the same?
Nah, the only thing different is you got young guys like him right here calling me out and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's the only thing really different. Well, I wouldn't say that, but yeah,
that's
man.
That's the position that you want.
It's really is nothing to me. Like, I knew I was a world champ coming into this sport. You know what I'm saying? Like, a title is just put the icing on the cake, but I know who I am with or without the belt. I'm the businessman, and I put on great fights. I put on great performances. DB3 sold out the scope last time, and we all wasn't world champions. You know what I'm saying? They just know what we can do, and I know what I can do. And I'm the businessman, man. I'm knocking De Los Santos out Saturday.
Every fighter that I talk to, they say, yes, it is challenging to win a world title, but it's even more challenging to defend it because, like you said, now you've got a target on your back and everybody's gunning for your strap. How have you elevated your game in this training camp now that the target is on your back?
Honestly, it's not always about just it's being harder to defend it. It's really harder to keep it. It's harder to keep defending it, and just keep it for the rest of your career. Since I've been pro, I've been seeing a lot of these 135 titles, they've been playing hot potato with it. A lot of these guys wasn't able to keep it. You know, the 135 division is one of the toughest divisions in boxing, so I kind of understand. But when you got a fighter like myself, I feel like I'm the best in 135, but also years to come, I'm going to show you I'm the greatest of all time.
The chemistry, you know, I've watched the videos, the camp life, etc. Check out Top Rank's YouTube for those. But the chemistry with DB3 and the B&B crew, like, it's undeniable. And it's been fun, you know, as a fan to watch, and I've also, you know, the work that you put in. And if I know anything about that crew, it's that work time is the main thing, right? So how would you describe the work that's been put in to get that knockout that you're looking for?
Sure. Honestly, our coaches was telling us, like, they didn't never see us train this hard. You know, Bomac always pushes, but it was this time around that we was pushing and they was pushing us. Like, it was all, like, we was all working together. As y'all know, Kelvin Davis got a big fight coming up. Keon got an undefeated fighter coming up. And, you know, I'm a world champion now, so I'm carrying things a lot differently now. So this camp definitely been tougher than the previous camps, and y'all gonna see Saturday night.
Before I let you go, speaking of camp, you did have a special visitor that came to the Top Rank gym to check you out in camp. There was no cameras there. It wasn't about a media appearance or a spectacle, but Floyd Mayweather came to pay DB3 a visit in the gym. What was that like?
I ain't gonna lie, that was amazing. I ain't gonna lie. I just called him one day. I was in my garage just doing stuff. And I'm gonna call Floyd, see he'll pull up. I'm sparring today. He like action. So I called him, and literally he just pulled up on me. Everybody was just so surprised, like, oh my gosh, he's about to watch us spar. Like, it was amazing. The guy that I was sparring, he like, God dang, we in the middle of sparring. The dude like, God dang, Keyshawn, you got Bomac and Floyd coaching. It's a dream team. I was just like, man, I just can thank God, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, that we just got these people with us, man. God got us in this position for a real reason. Without God, we all wouldn't be here to this day, and, man, praise God.
Very cool. Thank you for sharing that with us. Oh, you have something else you'd like to say? I have a few more things too, but go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, I'll go ahead. I have a question. We're gonna actually, maybe you should start because we do have a few questions from some media that we're gonna get asked to you before we break this off. So if there's something else that you'd like to say before I get to that, go ahead.
No, I don't.
Okay, you're done. Okay, he said he's done. So the first question was actually emailed to me ahead of time from Miss Wanda Davis. Do you know that name?
Yeah, I think I do.
Okay, well, she asked me, and she wanted to know. She said
mama.
that
it's
before.
My mama. Just play. It's my mama.
She said that before your 6th grade graduation promotion, you needed to get a haircut, but by the time you said something, the barbershop was closed. And so Miss Wanda Davis actually gave you a haircut herself before your graduation. How did that haircut turn out? She would like to know.
Yeah, I better not pull up no picture here either, if y'all got one. I don't even know,
and roll the picture.
I remember when she used to cut our hair. It was a military joint, just cut it all off, no edge up. You know what I'm saying? We was kids, so it was cute. You know what I'm saying?
But momager fits her better than barber.
No.
Momager.
No.
Manager, not barber.
Barbager, that's funny.
All right, we have a couple questions selected from the media, prearranged. For everybody else, the fighters will be available for questions after the press conference, so I'd like to start with the first question. Go ahead.
Yeah, Larry Obama, Virginia pilot, Keyshawn, it's great to see you. I remember we talked way back when we were at Lafayette Park, and you talked about getting to this stage. Here you are now. What does it mean to be coming back home, to fight that scope again, and to be a world champion?
It means a lot, man. It definitely means a lot that DB3 had the people's support. You know, we got Michael Vick in the building. Y'all clap it up for Michael Vick. He just became the Norfolk State head coach for the football team, so that's definitely something major. We got Bob Arum here. Y'all clap it up for Bob Arum. We got my mother, Wanda Davis, here. Clap it up for our mother, DB3 mother. And of course, the rest of our family's here, man. So, family first, of course. So just seeing my family sit right there, just being there, supporting us to this day, man. That's what really means a lot to DB3. And also just having the support from the whole town, selling out this arena and coming out here and doing it again. It's amazing for sure.
Second question.
Mark Davis, Channel 3 here in Norfolk. Keyshawn, you guys did this back in November here at home, and it was a spectacle, and you guys tore it up and filled the seats. Besides the hardware sitting there, has Fight Week 2.0 been different at all? Better, or are you used to it? I imagine it never gets old, but how is Fight Week number 2 different than Fight Week number 1 here at home?
Fight Week number 2, I feel like the main thing that is different is I got a lot more doubters, like this kid right here, and a lot of people that think that he's going to win. And I honestly didn't expect that much people to think that he was actually going to win or even put up a fight. But I like it. And sometimes I don't know how to take it. Sometimes I be mad like, oh, y'all is tripping. I'm going to get on y'all ass. And sometimes I just be like, I mean, this part of boxing, Key, you're a world champion. You at the top, and that's what happens when you're at the top. So it's definitely mixed emotions, and I can say that's the only thing that's really different. He got a lot more supporters.
Okay, I think that wraps up the public questions. Like I said, the fighters will be available for interviews. Abdullah, Keyshawn, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Jeremiah, Edwin, thank you, Gabe. We appreciate it. We're going to pose you guys off for some pictures, each fight first, and then we're going to bring back out the mayor for some photos. So thank you all so much for joining us, for adding to the lively atmosphere. We appreciate it. So let's face off the main event first, and then we're going to also bring your brothers back out for some photos too. But co-main first. Let's do it. Main event. All right, let's take a look one more time at a full fight card. 9 bouts on Saturday night. The first bout gets started at 5:10 p.m. Eastern on ESPN+. Then join us on ESPN at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific. A limited number of tickets are still available at Ticketmaster.com. Doors open at 4:30 p.m. on Saturday night, so get your tickets and join us live. And remember, we'll be right back here tomorrow for the official weigh-ins. Watch live on ESPN Plus and all Top Rank channels at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Pacific. or join us for the weigh-ins. They are open to the public. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. I'm Christina Poncher. We'll see you tomorrow.